Hey gang, today we're going to do 3 slash licks from Sugar Baby of Mine and Heaven Town. All right. Anyway, here is lick number 1. All right, really cool lick. Let's go over it up close now. All right, gang, let's go now up close. First things first, you can download the tab by clicking on the link in the description. Might make your life a little bit easier. The second thing is that I just want to tell you, Slash usually tunes down his guitar. I believe Slash usually tunes down his guitar a half step. So if you want to play along with the songs that these licks are from, you can either play down a half step or you can tune your guitar down. I chose to tune it in standard tuning. Okay, so I'm playing in standard tuning. Now let's get on with the first lick. Here is the first lick. Classic Slash lick. Slash, unlike so many of the other shredders of that time period, had his roots very firmly in rock and roll, and so he played bluesy sorts of stuff just at, some lightning speed. But he always had a lot of kind of funkiness to his play. And this is a great example of that. This sort of double picking is really neat. So we're going to start out with 2 of these. I should say this is all, you can understand this lick completely out of the minor pentatonic scale at the 12th fret. Okay? We're going to start out here on the 3rd string, 12th fret, and we're going to tweak that up a bit. And then play on the 4th. And then do it again. Now just a couple of things when I played the lick, there's a couple of chuckas that are keeping the rhythm. So that's one thing. Second thing I want you to notice is that I'm palm muting just a little bit, and that just gives it a little more aggressive tone. All right? And thirdly, when we're playing this, we're tweaking this note up a little bit to the major third, just a little bit toward that major third. Not too much, you don't want to get this. That doesn't sound right, but just a little bit of a tweak sounds good. All right, now the main attraction. The main attraction is, of course, this. What's going on there? It's actually really simple. It's a little finger exercise, and it's a good technique to know, to be able to pick 2 of the same note and then play the rest of the scale. So what he's doing here is a pattern, starting on the 3rd string, 12th fret. We're going to pick that twice, and then we're going to go down from there 2 notes in the minor pentatonic. So that will be going to the 4th string 14th and the 4th string 12th, like so. Then what we're going to do is move up from the 3rd string 12th up 1 note in the minor pentatonic, which would be the 14th, and do the same thing. And then we're going to ascend again and do the same thing. And again. And again. And again. And then we end it a little bit differently. But the last thing I want to tell you is that on this one you can use some pull-offs to make it a little bit easier. So anytime there's 2 notes on a string, you can pull off to the second one. So. That's going to make your play a little bit easier to be able to do that. Okay, last part is we're going to play after this. We're going to play. So the only note that's out of the minor pentatonic is this one right here, which is the F sharp at the 14th fret, 1st string. Okay, and then we'll play a little dipsy doodle. and bend it up. A whole step, give it lots of vibrato, and that's it. Cool lick. All right, this second lick comes from Heaven Town. All right, something similar to this anyway. Okay, let's go over that one up close now. Here's the second lick. Now the second lick is really super useful. Why is it? Well, it doesn't really come from a solo. It comes from a bridge. And this is played totally out of chords. So anytime you have chords in a similar relationship, you can play this sort of a lick. It goes like this. Ending is a little bit special, but this is actually really simple. We're playing from a D chord to a C chord repeatedly, and at the last one we go to a B flat chord at the very end. But in any event, to play over that D chord, basically what we're doing is we're playing this, which is really the third of the chord right here. And then we're playing the root of the chord on the first string, which is the D on the 10th fret. Now we'll do the same thing with the C chord. And if you know your cage shapes, it's this one right here. It's the E shape. It's just the top 3 strings on that. So great idea to play partial chords from cage system. This works great. Okay, and then the only thing we're going to do is alter that. Instead of just playing, what we're going to do is come into it by hammering on from the note below. And instead of just going directly to it, we'll hit the note above it and the note below it and hammer back onto it. So and that's it, basically. That's it to play on the D chord. And then we're going to have the same pattern on the C, which I'll show you in just a second. But before we do, a lot of people, I think, would be tempted to bar with their first finger on the first 2 strings, or on the first 3 strings. I don't like that for 2 different reasons. Number one is your finger's going to get tired practicing that. Probably playing it, you can handle it, wouldn't be a big deal. But practicing it, when you're getting it up to speed, is going to hurt your fingers. And the second thing is it kind of bleeds the notes, and I like to hear those notes distinctly. So what I try and do is I play. So I'll actually lift my first finger from this note to this note and play it. And I think that works pretty well. Okay, now we're going to shift down 2 frets and do the same thing. All right, and then we just repeat it. When we do it at the end, we play this. So that last goes to a B flat. And you can see the top 2 notes form, there's my B flat triad, and the top 2 notes on the 6th. That's it. With these as well, I don't think you want to hit that 3rd string, so you might want to mute it just a little bit. Play around with that. Might want to just mute it by touching it a little bit lightly with your first finger. However you do your own string muting, that's going to be fine. But you just want to play those top 2. All right, cool lick. You can use that one all the time. All right. All right, this third one is similar to a lick that's in Sugar Baby of Mine. And in fact, it follows the one that we did first. Here it is. All right, let's look at it in detail in just a second. All right, this last lick is a real barn burner. Oh man, this is one fast lick, I have to tell you. And it's an adaptation of the old Jimmy Page version, and I'm sure he wasn't the one who invented it, of the Chuck Berry lick. So instead of playing this, Jimmy Page would play. All right, so we've already got that one. Many of you, I'm sure, will know that one. This one is related, but it changes strings. So first we'll do the bend on the second string, then we'll do the bend on the third string. It's pretty interesting. So it is out of the minor pentatonic position, and it's like this. And that's basically the lick. So the first time is we're playing this. So think about coming on the second string, 15th fret. We're going to bend that up a whole step. Then we're going to play the 12th on the first. And then second, 15, pull off 12. And then go to the third string this time and bend on the 14th fret. So the first sequence goes like this. And then we just repeat it. Now, this one does take a lot of coordination. There's a couple of different approaches. One, you can, basically what I'm going to tell you is you got to figure out the right fingers for you to use on this. I think Slash used the third finger each time. So on the bend here and on the pull-off. Okay. I go between either doing that or pulling off with my pinky, like so. Right? Whatever is more comfortable with you. Heck, if you find using your second finger to bend on that third string, that works for you, great. Do it. Whatever works. To come out of that lick, we simply go. So what I'm doing is I'm bending on the first string on the 15th fret a whole step up and holding it. And then coming down, hitting it, and giving it vibrato. And that is it. Take your time with this one. Speed comes slowly. So please try it really slowly. Make sure you can do it. And then slowly make it faster. Takes time, believe me. All right, gang. Well, I hope you enjoyed these 3 Slash-like licks, and you can use them in your play. All right, until next time, we will see you on down the road.